What's up everyone and welcome. In this episode we are going to talk about ZLoader, the abuse of Google AdWords to spread ZLoader, and the incorporation of TimBotnet.
Oh, drat these computers. They're so naughty and so complex. I could pinch them.
A targeted campaign delivering the ZLoader banking trojan is spreading via Google AdWords and is using a mechanism to disable all Windows Defender modules on victim machines, researchers have found. That's according to SentinelLabs, which said that to lower the rates of detection, the infection chain for the campaign also includes the use of a signed dropper, plus a backdoor version of the Windows utility wextract.exe to embed the ZLoader payload itself. ZLoader has been around a while, one of the many malware forks rising from the ashes of the Zeus banking trojan after its source code was published nearly 10 years ago. It is a typical banking trojan which implements web injection to steal cookies, passwords, and any sensitive information, SentinelLabs analysts noted in a Monday posting on the new campaign. It attacks users of financial institutions all over the world and has also been used to deliver ransomware families like Egregor and Ryuk. It also provides backdoor capabilities and acts as a generic loader to deliver other forms of malware. To target victims, the malware is spread from a fake Google advertisement published through Google AdWords for various software, researchers found. An indirect alternative to social engineering tactics like spear-phishing emails. The lures include Discord, Java plugins, Microsoft's TeamViewer, and Zoom. Thus, when someone Googles, say, TeamViewer download, an advertisement shown by Google will redirect the person to a fake TeamViewer site under the attacker's control, according to SentinelLabs. From there, the user can be tricked into downloading a fake installer in a signed MSI format with a signing timestamp of August 23rd. It appears that the cybercriminals managed to obtain a valid certificate issued by Fly Intellect Incorporated, a software company in Brampton, Canada, researchers explain. The company was registered on June 29, 2021, suggesting that the threat actor possibly registered the company for the purpose of obtaining those certificates. The signed MSI file is of course not an installer for legitimate software at all, but is rather the first stage dropper for the malware. Once downloaded, it runs an installation wizard that creates the following directory: C program files x86, Sun Technology Network, Oracle Java SE, and then drops a bat file or .bat file appropriately called setup.bat. After that, the built-in Windows command.exe function is used to execute that file, which in turn downloads a second stage dropper that then initiates yet a third stage of infection by executing a script called updatescript.bat. This third stage script performs most of the defender killing dirty work.
Very funny.
The third stage dropper contains most of the logic to impair the defenses of the machine, researchers explain. At first, it disables all the Windows Defender modules through the PowerShell commandlet set MP preference. It then adds exclusions such as redserve32, star.exe, star.dll, with the commandlet add MP preference to hide all the components of the malware from Windows Defender. At this point, it downloads a fourth stage dropper from the URL blah 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 porno films premium blah blah blah, which is saved as tim.exe and executed through the legitimate Windows Explorer.exe function. This then allows the attacker to break the parent-child correlation often used by endpoint detection and response for detection, researchers explain. They added that the tim.exe binary is actually a backdoor version of a legitimate Windows utility wextract.exe that we mentioned at the beginning of this episode, containing additional code for creating a new malicious batch file with the name tim.bat. So they modified the wextract.exe file, they downloaded as tim.exe, they executed, and the modified wextract.exe application is designed to create a new batch file called tim.bat. The tim.bat file is a very short script that downloads the final ZLoader DLL payload with the name tim.dll. They noted, this final payload is executed using the legitimate Windows function known as redserve32, which allows the attackers to proxy the execution of the DLL through a signed binary by Microsoft. The intensive use of legitimate Windows utilities and functions serves to help the malware avoid defenses and hide itself. It checks if the current context of execution is privileged by verifying the access to the system hive. It implements an auto-elevation VB script that aims to run an elevated process in order to make system changes. Once the elevation occurs, the script is run with elevated privileges. The script performs the steps to disable Windows Defender on a persistent basis by making sure that the WinDefend service is deleted at the next boot through the new utility nsudo. The nsudo.bat script also completely disables Microsoft's user account control security. It also forces the computer to restart so that the changes can take place. As some of the malicious file names suggest, the cybercriminal's infrastructure includes now the TIM botnet, according to the analysis. The botnet structure involves at least 350 different web domains. Some domains implement the gate.php component, which is a fingerprint of the ZLoader botnet, researchers explain. We noticed during our investigation that all the domains were registered from April to August 2021, and they switched to the new IP 195.24.66.70 on the 26th of August. This is the first time the researchers have observed this particular attack chain in a ZLoader campaign, which for now is targeting customers' Australian and German banking institutions. If this campaign is successful, a stealthier attack routine could show up in other places, they said. The attack chain shows how the complexity of the attack has grown in order to reach a higher level of stealthiness, researchers concluded. The first stage dropper has been changed from the classic malicious document to a stealthy signed MSI payload. It uses backdoored binaries and a series of living off-the-land utilities to impair defenses and proxy the execution of the payloads. So, what did we learn? Number one, be extremely suspicious if you're just clicking on a Google ad. Try to check the SSL certificate or any signs to make sure you are on the legitimate site you are trying to reach. That's essentially how this is being spread, through fake Google AdWords. Number two, try to ensure that you are downloading any type of software, whether it be Discord, whether it be TeamViewer, etc., from legitimate sources. Number three, make sure you keep your antivirus up to date and anti-malware up to date, and verify on a regular basis that everything is functioning, everything is working, that it's on, it's not disabled. So with that, I say thanks again for watching. Don't forget to share and subscribe if you haven't already, and smash the bell if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.